Hey YouTube, New York Halfass Prepper here. I picked up an old safe. This is the door. I got the door off it here. I found this in a abandoned foreclosed house. And it's a Stifler and Freeman, Philadelphia and New York. And I grabbed it. The door was open on it. If the door to the safe is open, you can usually open up the mechanism and you can get the combination, or you can get a safe technician to get it for you, and it's fairly cheap to have them do that. If the safe is locked, the safe technician can always open it, but it's a lot more expensive and more time consuming. So I grabbed it and I figured, let me take a shot at getting the combination. So it was actually pretty easy, because all you got to do, this is an old, probably 1920s vintage safe. And on the back of the safe is a mechanism. I'll put that back in here. That looks like this. And anyway, this goes in here. There's a little pin and cam system that go in here. There it goes. That's how it sits, and there's a screw in there. You take that screw out, you rotate it to the left a little bit, and you come out. And discovered that this, doing a little research, this is a Yale, and it's a 4-wheel hand change OB series lock. And it looks complicated, but it's actually very simple how it works. So there's a little, I guess you call it an E-clip. They call it an E-clip now. I don't know what they called it back then. But anyway, there's a circlip, maybe. There's a circlip, if I can get this rotated properly. Right here. You pop that out with a pair of these handy-dandy Goomazy Goms. And I'm not going to do it because it makes a whole big thing here. And there's 4 wheels. Some of them have 3. This one has 4 because there's a 4-number combination for security. And when you take anything like this apart, you try to have a nice clean work area. And the first wheel you put over here, and the second wheel you put over here, and you take it off and you put it back on in the same order that you got it. But each one of these wheels represents a number in the combination. And if you could see, there's a little inner wheel here that I'm pointing to, and then there's a little mark there. And that mark is on the 80. So what you would do is you take this apart and you could change it to whatever you want. But this inside wheel is the last number of the combination. And this outside wheel is the first number of the combination. So once you set these wheels and you get all the values, that will be the combination of your safe. And a little internet research will tell you which way and what sequence to rotate the dial. So this one rotates, you start by rotating it to the right, and then you put your combination in. It's a 5-4-3-2 type setup on this safe. This safe is the opposite. You start by going left, and then you put in a 4-3-2-1 combination. This is a 5-4-3-2-1 because there's 4 numbers, and this is a 4-3-2-1, which is a three number combination. And then once you get the number, turn it to the right. There's what's a mechanism inside called a gate, drops into, or the fence drops into the gate. Turn it to the right, opens the bolt, and this knob or handle will turn. Bolts retract, and you can open the door. So I'm going to restore this guy. I'm going to I'm actually going to leave this because I kind of like the vintage look. But I want to paint the outside of the safe, and I'm going to put some racks for handguns in there. So if you find an old safe and the door is open, you're in. No pun intended. If the door is locked, you could still get into it. It's going to cost you a little bit more money, and you're probably going to need some help. But if the door is open and you got that old safe laying around, or old filing cabinet or whatever, and has one of these combination locks, and the thing is open already, you can get the combination and you can start using it. So that's it. This has been a public service announcement from New York Halfass Prepper.